Hello, it's Brendan here. How's it going? I got a haircut. It's feeling kind of good. It's got a ponytail now. It's kind of cool. And do a little talk, but let's do a little warm up first, okay? Let's take our clothes off. No, let's not. Hey, ha! I'm 46. I rode my bicycle many miles yesterday. I skipped the hill, took a taxi because I got a broken foot. Yes, that foot broke like 2 months ago. Hi. Ouch, why'd you have to do that? Gosh, so mean. So, I've got this epic science, this utter respect for truth and reality. And tone, I want, if people are listening to me, I want them to be not coming in like sharks, like dogs, to sort of talk over, I want to understand, I want perfect understanding, okay? This is what I need. I'm highly intelligent. I'm like George Washington. I grew up on the frontier, not like George Bush, who went to school in New England, where the girls are very nice. I didn't get that, okay? No one offered that. No one was inviting me away from California. Charlie Chaplin was invited to California to make movies. He was trained. He came from a far, far away place, was trained in California by a guy whose dad disowned him. My dad won't leave me alone. My biological parents, 50 years of torture for me. I mean, I'm not 50, but there's a lot's been going on. So I want to do this stuff to save the world, okay? And I need an absolutely focused environment. I'm about the environment. There are double entendres everywhere. I need a spaceship. Okay, I need a car. I've been in this state of California poverty for 2.5 years. It's been actually longer because I didn't want to come back because I didn't have anything going on here. So I stayed away. I stayed in Europe for 3 years. Sleeping on beds were too small for me, and it was miserable. I'm just too tall. I'm over 6'3", and I'm very confused. I'm holding this computer, and it actually messes up my arms big time. I'm a guy who knows how to type. I took typing class in high school. So let's sit down. So yeah, I can, and I flunked English, but stuff on my sock here. This dog drooled on me earlier. It's horrible. I got this epic science, okay? I don't want to scare people. I know I don't want again with the dogs. I wish I had immigrant parents or grandparents. That would be amazing. Okay, because those are the people who are successful. Henry Ford, Walt Disney, Benjamin Franklin had an immigrant father, so did Trump, and Obama, Barack Obama, the black guy, had an immigrant parent, okay? And a lot of other people, Leon Panetta. And I'm from California, okay? I grew up here, I've been here. I didn't choose to be here. My parents did, they're not, anyways, it's very complex. I have this vision to save the environment, okay? So it's about a system where we're dynamically accessing the world's most vulnerable material issues, matter, very quantified. We're doing intense but flowing science that it's like this machine that is producing data, and we are using simple people. Okay, this is what I love, and also Mother Nature. Okay, this is really crucial here because this is not something, I did not make up Mother Nature, okay? I didn't just say, how about that, but this is ancient wisdom, right? And it's actually what I call the Swedish bikini, or whatever, Spanish bikini, you know, whoever likes to wear a bikini and they're a girl, they want to help save, they do, I know they do. We'll pay you. It'll be like MTV, you know, rock and roll with these this equipment, this fancy stuff, and to show how simple technology is, how it works. You know, I don't care who develops, I don't care if it's Marie Curie and this sort of glowing thing, which is so interesting, a discovery, or if it's a machine, a factory that has, you know, goes home and says, thank you, honey, I love you. You know, let's do this again tomorrow. My dad is screaming. He's a drunk. I can't, I need a private place to focus. All of California is screaming and crazy. I mean, I know that's insane. The world is on fire, as the guy on the radio says. The guy has probably never walked anywhere, I suppose. I'm walking down a slippery slope. Slippery. It's leaves. It's eucalyptus trees. So this is, you know, I'm doing everything by myself entirely. That's kind of what Charlie Chaplin did. He didn't trust anyone. Okay, he had to do it all himself because he had a vision. I have a vision. Okay, I want to. Okay, this is pure science. I love science because it's the only thing that doesn't BS. It doesn't have to cuss. It doesn't have to get, you know, to be angry or drunk or something like that. Science is the answers. That's what we want. We, you know, without even smiling, without even just thank you, you know, bliss. Just not, you know, not the happy-go-lucky salesmen sort of, oh, isn't this great, or, you know, sort of a stout, astute, whatever it is, language. Not even that is needed when you have science. Okay, words mean nothing. The prototype that we can copy and make cakes. Okay, this is true. It's kind of silly if you're reading between the lines, and I have to keep going away because I hear my dad, the crazy man. Cakes. Okay, so this is like there are. They say 11 million dead trees in California right now, and there's all across the West and the world vulnerable wildfire. There are vulnerable immigrants. There are economies that are vulnerable, markets. A lot of things that need catch my breath. Automation and technology to actuate their security. Okay, you can't expect wind in the willows here. Wind in the eucalyptus, actually. You can't expect people to understand without being someplace, and you can't expect someone to show up at the right time without requesting them to be there. You know, everywhere I've ever gone, I've been invited. I went to Hawaii when I was like 12, and it was the neighbor said, come on, my dad lives there. My brother went the year before with the other brother neighbors. I went to Wisconsin after the movie E.T. came out. Everyone said, E.T. phone home. They all laughed at me and said, that's Brennan. That's him. And so I went there because I had family there. I looked at the box of cereal and it had an airplane. It said, go to the Midwest, go to the grain fields. Out there, everything's hunky-dory, right? So I went, and it wasn't, okay, because all there was my cousins, and there was nothing there. I'm highly intelligent. I'm looking for an intellectual situation where we can prototype. Sorry, I'm kind of excited here. I'm running around. A prototype equipment that will help us manage the world. And again, it will be sexy, okay, because Again, I want equipment that girls can blissfully, playfully operate, and not worry about, and be in control of. This is crucial. This is Mother Nature in technology. Okay, now we know that most, Marie Curie discovered uranium. I don't know, and that's good. To have high intelligence, but Mother Nature also has to be careful, right? Because that uranium killed, it poisoned people. It made them very sick. And, the internet. Charlie Chaplin was invited to California. Some guy in Hollywood, some company, Keystone Cops. They said, "Come on out, and we'll make you a star. We'll train you and do all this stuff." And he went there, and then the war happened. Like months later, like the Great War, and it just escalated. And then World War II happened. We're all, the Wizard of Oz. They couldn't put black people in any of these movies, so they had to have wars instead. This is, if today we know, put a black, ignore the California guys. OJ. Immigrant. I want to stand up for the reality of, and this sounds like a joke, but this is a reality, okay? It's what I call monophobia, monosexual phobia. People in Hollywood, especially, if you are a historical American, that is your parents and your grandparents were all born in America, then I do not see these people in Hollywood, in the media, anywhere, okay? Except if you got the immigrant connection. So, and if they don't have that, if you don't have a parent or grandparent, like Michael Bublé's grandfather made sure he got the best training, okay, on the West Coast, where you don't see a lot of that. Immigrants, Kurt Cobain's parents were immigrants. I see a lot of the toys that I thought were going to be available to me going to immigrants, some of them from the third world, and I feel resentful about that. Okay, all through the 90s I saw me getting nothing. I am like George Washington, okay, very tall. It's the very same biographical equation. The accessible frontier used to be Chesapeake Bay, and now it's San Francisco. And this was, you got to understand this, it's really crucial. The knowable frontier did not exist beyond Europe until GPS was invented in 1739. Because that was when George Washington was 7 years old. And so he grew up on the knowable frontier for the first time ever. It was a one-time discovery, and it moved quickly out to the frontier of California and the left coast, Silicon Valley, where they say you might notice that nobody is from. At least Hollywood agrees. Nobody has anywhere to stand, or unless they're stepping on the shoulders of someone who aren't either their family or historical Americans. This is a very complex equation. I don't know, I hope you're bearing through. I don't know if this is going to even load onto YouTube. And I have great difficulty editing, let alone holding this large chunk. Heavy thing. Could be a Samsung, could be, who knows, Vodafone, one of those, So I have vision. I have to put on headphones because I cannot handle. I wish I had a studio. I wish, the movie E.T., all my classmates decided I was the exact same thing. And I grinned and bared it. But I needed a spaceship, and that's like a motor home. Oh, it's actually on here. And